Well, the South has its own sound, its own music, and its own taste.
Cookbook author Sheri went on a mission to capture that taste in the Southern Living Community Cookbook, celebrating food and fellowship in the American South. Sheri joins us now to tell us about it and to share a recipe.
Welcome.
It's nice to have you here.
Delighted to be here.
So, Sheri, you read every Southern Living recipe from 1966 to 2014?
Can you believe it?
I cannot.
It was about 45,000 recipes.
Oh, my.
I read them in order, and we think I'm the only person ever to have done such a thing.
Wow.
That's awesome.
But from that, I picked some real winners for this new book. We're calling it the Southern Living Community Cookbook because it has always been a hallmark of Southern Living to share reader recipes, those hometown favorites, those family favorites that make the South what it is.
So what common threads did you find?
We really like what we eat at our house. Whether that's a community thing, like if we grew up in New Orleans or Charleston or Charlotte or here in Raleigh, we have the things that we make at every family meal, those things we pass down from generation to generation that make those recipes keepers.
What about the differences?
The differences are actually that, we eat from the land. So if we are in Boone, North Carolina, we're going to be eating a lot more vegetables. If we are in New Orleans, we're going to be eating oysters and seafood. Our point of view is the same. Our ingredients change depending on where we live.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what are we making today?
This is one of the things from the front of the book, the appetizer section. These are called chili relleno squares. You will not believe how quick and easy these are. This book is known for quick and easy.
That's what I need.
All right.
I can't
Look, I'm going to prove it to you. If one of you would please pour that bag of cheese into that bowl.
The whole bag?
The whole bag.
All right.
I'm talking this is easy, easy, easy. And then if one of you could put this can of green chilies, those are those little mild chopped
Put
green
the whole
chilies.
thing in?
The whole thing. They're scattered around a little bit. And while you do that, I'm going to be whisking together 4 eggs, a little flour, and a little milk.
All right, scatter it around.
Exactly. But you know what? Even if it's not even, it cooks up even. So I'm going to whisk this together a little bit and pour this wonderful egg mixture, just enough egg to hold these great ingredients together. Now look how easy this is. And when you bake them, it turns into an easy bite-sized version of the popular chili rellenos that you might get.
What does that mean, chili
rellenos? Chili rellenos, you know the green chili stuff with cheese that you get in a Mexican restaurant?
Yes.
This is it. The quicker, easier, no frying. And then you take your little squares, which make a great snack, a little bunch, and I'll let you fix your bites. I've got some good salsa. I got corn relish. I've got sour cream. You top them the way you want. And they are good warm. They are good room temperature for friends coming over, after school snacks.
Yeah, put a little in mine.
And the way you get it as spicy as you want. Use a little bit hotter salsa, a little bit milder. You could use this with a nice green salad for a meal. But think about it. It's something we all understand in the quickest and easiest form we can make it.
Oh, we got one. Okay, I'm just going to do it with my hands.
Yes.
I'm going to do it with my hands.
All right.
I'm going in.
Napkin for you.
We're going in for you. All right. All right. So this book is brand new. It came out last week. I'm going to be at Quail Ridge Books here in Raleigh tonight at 7:30. I've got book signings all over the South, and so it's going to make
my nose.
It's going to be.
I ate so much of it.
I've never had anybody put it up their nose, but I'm going to take that as a compliment. I really am.
I went in for it. I was like,
it's good.
That's right.
It's so good.
Which part of the country did this recipe come from?
It actually came from El Paso, Texas. But we have things from all parts of the South.
That is
Matter of
so
fact, in the history of Southern living, the most popular recipe in those 48 years is from Greensboro, North Carolina. What? Can you believe it? From a Mrs. Higgins.
North Carolina.
Come on and raise it. Take your shirt off.
A lot of people have been pointing out that we must have a sweet tooth here in North Carolina because most of the desserts are from North Carolina. I think that's a great coincidence. But I think you'll find things that you are familiar with. Those family folks like, oh, my grandma or my Aunt Jean used to make this. I think you'll find the new discoveries, and that's what makes Southern food. There's a lot of different ways to be Southern, a lot of different ways to eat Southern, and I think I've captured that in these stories in this wonderful
captured it in that
I love
food.
that. You're right. We
Cookbook.
like what we make at our house. My grandma, Miss C, as we called her, her name's Charity, used to make a blueberry buckle.
Yes.
And I wrote the recipe down on a little scrap of paper when I was in maybe middle school. I still have that scrap of paper.
Of course.
It's barely held together. but it's got food stains all over it, but I love to pull it out and make that blueberry
That
buffalo.
is so
Exactly, and that is your own form of community cookbook, the community of your family. You can tell those recipes are well used and well loved. If they, for heaven forbid, got wet, it'd make good soup.
Oh, wow,
Just
good
by
stuff.
all
Thank you
those things
so
on there.
much for
Thank you,
being here with
Sheri.
us. Oh my
and
gosh,
thank
so good.
you for joining us today. If you